Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the power rankings for week 6 of the Victory Draft League. Today, I've got with me one of our regulars, Goomer, and two guests, Lucien and Matrix. Say what's up, guys.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
So,
how's it going?
week 6 finished up. I feel like it was a bit quiet this week, in the chat, and not many big upsets. Oh, actually, there was one. There was one that Lucian's going to love to talk about. As we go down the list, we'll start off with the results from this week. And we have the Pacific Slowbros versus the Kentucky Kingdras, which Otto and the Slowbros managed to pick up 2-0. I've not got around to watching this one yet. Has any of you?
Yes, I think, I watched it. Yeah, it was a really good play by Otto, honestly. I don't know if the other guys watched it.
Right, this just isn't loading for some reason.
Yeah, I watched it. I felt like he he definitely made the right play and had the good prep.
Yeah, his prep was solid. It was.
There we go.
I know this might have happened in an earlier week too, but I know that the Kingdras used like a prankster move into Sableye, since with Purloin.
Yeah, he did that to me last week. He used prankster move into my Urshifu, I think.
Yeah, Yawn. Yeah.
So mistakes were made.
I'm terrible at doing that.
Yeah, it's an easy thing to forget too, or like using prankster and psychic terrain, like same type of thing. But
It's quite a good result for my division. Like me, Ted, and the Ninja Squirrels were all quite tied up. There was. I actually didn't know if it did end up that way. Actually, no, it didn't, because there was a big shocker. But we could have all ended up 4-2 at the end of this week had the Kingdras won their game. But they did not. And I am very happy for it.
yeah, but yeah, you should go back and watch it. Definitely, Slowbros did some work.
I've been mad busy this week. I've hardly watched anything. I've watched your match. I can't remember what else I watched. Oh my god, this is so slow. I might have to quit the music.
Oh, it was interesting because the Sableye. I guess I don't know if I want to spoil it for you or not.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not.
Sorry, another result. Because the Sableye, it quashed the Dragapult, so the speed didn't really matter, and Baratic could just kind of take it out. But then counter that, the next match he brought Serena, with Queenly Majesty. But then Sableye, to give Baratic a speed boost, could just use Rain Dance. So.
Of course, yeah.
He prepped for both situations, obviously, yeah. But it was, and I think I don't know what the EVs on the Beartick were, obviously, but I think if you max Beartick's speed and make him jolly, I think he outspeeds Dragapult with Swift Swim. So.
Yeah, I would think so. I think it's pretty mid his speed, like 60 or 70, something like that.
He's like 50 or 55.
Is it that slow?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it's about 55.
Yeah.
Alright.
But even so, if that's with the rain and that, I'm sure he's outspeeding Dragapult. So.
The next fixture is Lucian's Rebellion versus the Ninja Squirrels. Doing my division a massive favour. Want to talk about this one, Lucian?
I got you. Honestly, this one I feel like I definitely prepped correctly. Like I was positive he was gonna, try to use Guzzlord to kind of smoke my team's boots. So I've definitely read that before, even still I wasn't, sure. Like I felt like he was gonna have something else to kind of, go crazy, but Guja and Klefki was just kind of a big deal, man.
Yeah, looking at game one, Guja just picking up 4 kills.
Yeah.
And then 2 in the second game, 6 kills in 1 week's pretty good going.
Yeah. Lucille, that's too, yeah.
Felt
Uh-huh.
like
Kinda
it was.
ridiculous.
I mean, watching the match, I felt like you were on like your back foot during the match, Lucian, but then you just crushed.
No, yeah, cause like these last three games I have to win. So like I
Yeah,
was
that's fair.
nervous because it was a good team, but I was just like, no, I know I could win. You know what I mean? So
So did he try to
like,
lead fake out Trick Room game one?
no, he actually led Morgan Dustclops. I really wasn't even expecting that lead, but it worked out to my benefit. You know, because I knew he was gonna have um Morgan to taunt Klefki. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
like that was gonna be a problem. That's why I made sure I had Klefki as to have an attack move, and then like since he has Eviolite Light on Dustclops, the
Morgan.
sludge rate, the max sludge, just took out Morgan. You know, first turn, and then it
Mm.
gave us a special attack boost. So
Swept from there. Nice work. I've
yeah,
got him. I've got him this week. Um, Might have to go back and watch that just to see if I can pick up some details.
I think
I was quite
the
surprised.
yeah, Go Matrix.
Sorry, I said I was quite surprised with like I've used Morgrim in draft matches before, and it can be quite bulky. So I was quite surprised that it was basically dispatched so easily in both sets.
Gudra.
And like
Yeah,
you
no,
said,
Gudra,
the
man.
Eviolite was on Dustclops, I guess. So
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
go
just go with the
Sash
Eviolite.
in that event? Maybe use like Light Clay or something. I don't know.
I felt like
Mm.
I don't know what Guzzlord typically goes. Like I'm not sure since it's like Max Darkness, lower specialty. I'm not sure if it mostly goes special, but I feel like it had to be special in this scenario because um
Would you lead special versus Gudra?
yeah,
well that's the thing is it didn't kill the Gudra, and I feel like a physical.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like a
It,
physical like Max Erwin would have.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, that's why in the video I said I thought I was gonna get my boots smoked because like like Guja's defense is horrible and it lived through a crit. You know what I mean?
Oh, it crit as
So
well.
yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, it has to be special.
He was
Interesting.
AV Gudra, so
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. I mean, if I beat him this week, I think I go top of my division after he lost this week. So it's all on me now, really.
yeah, that really spices things up.
All right, now to wait until my laptop loads up the fixtures again. Okay, so the next match was Saki and his Titar Sources versus the winless playing Pugus. Not any shock here.
It's not really much to say.
Yeah.
Let's
It was
just have a
literally
look at.
choice, and sweep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested to ask Pukus why they keep bringing Chargerbug. I don't know.
Every week.
Doesn't seem to be doing much. Yeah.
And Puku.
Spe-
Crazy.
Especially when he's not really got the offensive mons to like take advantage of the charger bug. He's not like bringing huge offensive threats alongside it.
Like when I was
I mean-
prepping, go on. Okay.
I was gonna say Behem like has good special attack, but it's not for threatening outside of Trick Room.
When I was prepping for Pukus in my week one, I thought like, what does Charger Bug do? I was thinking just like Eviolite or Sash and then like String Shot, being able to like lower because speed is such a problem on his team. Put in both your opponents to -2. He's not done that once. I mean, he tried to set up webs instead of string shotting. But yeah,
That doesn't affect the people in
on the field.
in the battle then. So yeah, on the field. So I don't know. Yeah,
A strategy I'd really like to see from him is a weakness policy Garb Odor with its weak armor.
Weak armor to get the speed, yeah.
Yo, don't be, throwing out the text in here, man. Cause I'm trying to bring that myself, man.
You've got the regular now, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Garbodor is some doo-doo anyway, so... Alright, the next fixture was me versus the Fusion Fishes. And I was pretty nervy going into this game, to be honest, because he's got threats, like...
Yeah, he has threats, like, badly.
The Ace, the G-Max Blastoise, Naganadal.
Yes, but you have Mashana.
I have Masharna, which was blowing things up this week.
What I think was absolutely hilarious about this match is when I was talking to you about it, you were like, I don't think he'll bring Cobalion, like, he hasn't really brought it. And then you were like, it would also be really bad if he led, like, Hyper Offense, like Cinderace and Naganadal. And, like, those were the
Two things he did, yeah.
Both games, yeah.
That laugh at the start of game 1.
Yeah, like, do you see the clip I put on Twitter? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
the nervous laughter of someone who knows they're in trouble.
That was great.
What I don't want to see is Dracook and Cobalion. Bang. But I think, like, even though I like Max Sceptile, like, turn 1 both games, and then died turn 1 both games, it just chunked his Cobalion so much game 1.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I kind of figured he was going to max Cinderace, but I thought with what I had in the back, I could handle Cinderace. So I went for the Naganadal because I didn't want to get that thing to, like, ooze my Sceptile and then start, like, sweeping. So that's why I went for the Naganadal in game 2. But yeah, Masharna, like, I had like a last minute light bulb, literally like 2 minutes before we started playing, when I was waiting for him to connect, to put Expanding Force on Masharna. And
Wow.
I know, it came in so...
It worked.
It worked so well. And it's definitely something I'll be keeping in mind for future battles. Because, like, I know I wanted to bypass Tangela. Like, I went with the Goggles and Teleon, even though I had Snipe Shot, but I wanted to, in the case I wanted to max it, I had Goggles and Teleon. Expanding Force just to bypass Tangela, and then obviously Sceptile being a grass type to bypass Tangela as well. But managed a nice little 2-0. I also derped in game 2 when he brought out the Blastoise and was like, oh, he might fake me out, not remembering I had Psychic Terrain up. So, didn't matter. But yeah, back to winning ways. We're now 4-2. And on to the next one. It's crazy actually, like how beginning of the season, me, Ted, and Gumi had Fishes as like our number 1. Just based on draft. Oh, this is a big one.
This is a good one.
So Ted, who couldn't be here today because he's got a match in another league, took an L versus one of the winless teams, the Melmetals.
I really wish we could have seen this match. I'm sad that Ted doesn't record.
I know.
Decidueye. Whoa.
This game went over 2 days, didn't it?
It did, yeah. They picked game 1 like one night and then the other 2 the night after.
Well, the thing about Decidueye is, I mean, just looking at that last game where he did work, like, he hits Clawitzer and Gengar for super effective, and like Licky and Machamp, like with their stab, don't affect him.
Yeah.
And he has decent specialty, I think.
Yeah, it does. Not being able to see the game is a shame.
And if you didn't have Ice Beam or Sludge Wave on Chloritza, yeah, that not even Sludge Wave, just Ice Beam on Chloritza, then yeah, definitely not touching that Decidueye.
Yeah, I'm surprised like Gengar, like, I guess Kiss must have come into play because Gengar being faster. But then I guess he's got good spec def on Decidueye if he's maxed it. Maybe
Who knows what he was.
Policy or something.
I think it's interesting that he brings, like, Politoed, it's like it pushed out the game in 2, only one that survived. But in 3, he still brought it, but like...
What indirect kill could Politoed have? Perisong?
It could be Scaldburn.
Yeah.
Or if it has like max ice, like a hail chip, maybe? I don't know. if he maxed it. I know he's maxed it before, I think.
But anyways, I mean, good on them getting their first win of the season. And also helping me out getting Ted off my back in my division. So we're now down to one winless team in this league with 2 weeks left to play. So the next matchup is the Celesteelers versus the P-Dubs, which Womble won 2-0. Again, this isn't one that we could watch because neither of them were creators. Lando, I did the work in game 1. Oh, and game 2, really. Did anyone know what went down here? Did anyone speak to Wombo about the game? Hello?
No, I haven't actually. No. I'm trying to think. I have spoken to Womble about it, but I think he said his Torracat was really vital for him in that match, shutting down the Landorus Therian. But I don't know if it's Landorus Therian came special or physical. I know in his prep he was prepping Torracat to do that.
Surely Lando was special.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
I think the Latias was something weird like Scarf Tailwind or something, or maybe not. Maybe it just had Tailwind, and that way it could outspeed the Ninetales. Because basically the Ninetales outspeeds Landorus, so like you would think it would be able to do work, but
We could just fake out with Torracat.
Or he might have done that. Yeah, I don't know.
Because Lando also gets Sludge Bomb, so we could just like fake out Sludge Bomb if that's the thing.
Right.
And in game 2 we brought Stack Attacker, which versus Lando is just gonna absolutely blow up with an Earth Power.
Yeah. Maybe hoping just to get rid of it with the Ninetales again, but
So Womble extends his winning streak. He's now 4 wins in a row.
he's same as. Oh, he's not the same as you guys. Doing Ted, or whoever was trying to fight back.
Yeah, he's not in my league division. So now Matrix onto a match, 2-0 versus the Scraggies.
Yep.
Has he posted it yet?
He hasn't yet, no. I didn't record this time.
Oh, because you knew he was recording.
Yeah, I knew he was recording. It was a bit of a hassle for me to get it set up this time, so I just thought I'd leave it for him.
Why don't you do commentary? You've obviously got the mic to be able to do it.
I don't know, I just
Didn't want
No.
to. That's fine. Yeah, obviously if you don't fancy it, that's on. So talk us through it then.
Okay, so I was actually really scared about this matchup because on paper, yes, I feel like I might have the stronger matchup, but as you've got highlighted there, that Rotom Heat
Yeah.
is such a threat for my entire team. The fire and the electrics stab does work against my ice mode, it does work against my Metagross. I literally only have Hydreigon as the only counter, and he has both Stoutland and Whimsicott with Play Rough and Moonblast.
Yeah.
So I was so worried about this match. My whole game plan was to just make sure that Rotom Heat doesn't do anything. And luckily, it never got an attack off.
Never got an attack off. Wow. Who did he max?
Literally. Didn't even max. I was actually, game 1, I was really worried because I got rid of the Butterfree turn 1. He Iron Defense Gigalith turn 1 with Rage Powder Butterfree.
Right.
But this was the first week I'd led Metagross out in the front.
Right.
Like when I usually play Metagross, I usually keep it quite reserved. I keep it in the back. I do some damage, do some chip, set up, and let Metagross sweep from behind. But I felt like this week I needed to bring that offensive pressure off the bat. And got rid of the Butterfree. Rotom comes in. I'm thinking I made a mistake in what I targeted. He instead of maxing Rotom and going for a max flare into Metagross to like basically near enough one shot, he protects turn 1 with Rotom, maxes Gigalith, and I found out that Gigalith is weakness policy that turn.
Right, nice. On game one here, it's showing you only got 3 kills. How's that?
So, what was funny in this match is that I got my High Dragon died to my own hail,
Right.
and his Butterfree died to his own sand.
Okay, right. See, yeah, they didn't pick up the kills.
Yes. And then the same thing happened a similar thing happened in game 2, where Metagross, it was the first time Metagross has actually died in all of its matches, and it died due to Life Orb recoil, because of, funny thing, what did he do? He attacked with Vicious Ren Dracovish into Metagross turn 1. Metagross lived on 14 health, about 14 health. Manages to Iron Head and KO Whimsicott, takes Life Orb recoil and survives on 1 HP,
Nice.
which is pretty clutch. Managed to protect a few protect the turn, switch out, and it eventually died whilst getting the KO on Rotom Heaton and switching.
Nice. So that's why you didn't get an attack out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have Eerie Impulse?
I did have Eerie Impulse on Thundurus. I was running it prankster, but basically the only things Thundurus did was Scary Face to drop the speed of Dracovish, and taunted the Butterfree turn 1
Nice.
in case if you went for a Sleep Powder.
Alright, so you're
There
back
was
to
one-
winning ways.
There was one crucial play I thought happened in that first game though. Sorry, dragging it out.
Go on, that's fine.
His Gigalith was maxed. My weakness policy in High Dragon had been broken, and he had Stoutland just come freshly switched in. The sand was up, and I knew that his win con was to basically attack first, and with the sand up, he was going to be able to do that. My High Dragon would KO the Gigalith if it could move first, but I thought he's quite likely to be bringing an after-use Stoutland if he's max Gigalith at the start, Stoutland in the back. So I switch in my Metagross for Vanillux, set up the Hail. My High Dragon moves first, KOs the Gigalith, and that's when it reveals that Stoutland was after you. And I think that was a game-changing turn,
Yeah. Pretty big.
which I was quite happy that I managed to predict that for a change.
Because he could have just like play routed your Hydra.
He could have, and that's what I was. That again is what something else I was worried about. So I was like, if I just switch in my Vanillux here, at least my High Dragon always moves first.
You get
'cause
an
it-
attack off, yeah.
Yeah. So it was risky in a sense, but my High Dragon was always going to die there. It could have died to Hail if it didn't.
Guys, is Lucien still there?
He must be
I
on mute.
mean, he's on mute. He's like muted.
Alright. I didn't know if it was me or from him, you know? Alright. What's going on now? My laptop's froze.
Luckily, he didn't bring Play Rough on Stoutland,
Yeah.
which really surprised me.
It's funny because I had the exact same thought when I was playing Scraggies. I was like, okay, I just have to not let this Rotom go off because the Rotom heat, I don't know, it was just like super annoying.
Mm.
Like my main counter would have been Kabutops, but again, his Whimsicott can just chuck Kabutops. So
Yeah.
it was an interesting match.
Nice one. So the next fixture was the Cardiff Kamalas versus the Massachusetts Manitans, and Kel, or Orange Soda, managed to pick up the win 2-1. I did actually watch this one. Taco maxed Credilli every game, which I thought was actually pretty smart. Looking at the matchup, like Credilli goes into Blacephalon, it goes into Tornadus, it goes into Lapras.
Especially if it brings a poison move for
It did, yeah. Gardevoir, yeah. It did. He won game 1 pretty comfortably. Taco won game 1, and then game 2, he kind of just parked the bus with Lapras. Got the veil up. And then, do you remember last week when I said about Persephone maybe carrying Expanding Force to take advantage of Indeedee?
Yes, I thought about that during the match.
That managed to win game 3 pretty much. Bear with me, I'll quickly grab my charger from my laptop.
Yeah. And I hope when Womble watches this PR, he notices the
Lapras G-Max and the Lapras.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was literally just looking at that going, hang.
yeah.
Something doesn't add up.
Oh, either way, yeah, Lapras is
Such
super bulky.
a hard man to deal with.
Yeah, especially when like Buzzwole's, I guess, pretty good against it with like big, strong physical fighting, but Gardevoir and Tornadus like just threaten Buzzwole so hard.
Yeah, this was a hard man to play.
I mean, as long as you're carrying a special move, special flying type move.
Yeah, this will just get swept by.
Like, surely on Tornadus you're gonna have like Air Slash or something for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spoke to Kel after, and I went, did you watch the PR last week and get that from me, or did you come out of it yourself? And he was like, nah, I didn't watch the PR. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, sound.
Supposed to be a friend.
He said he hadn't watched it yet, so there we go. So they're back to winning ways again as well. So now 5-1, I believe.
Yes. He's
I
one of
always find
3.
Yeah. People lose like game 1 and they come back for the next 2 games. I always think
That's tough to do. Like, I know if I lose game 1, I like lose my head.
Full tilt.
yeah, the pressure's on.
So now it's your game, Creamer. You versus the break-in Zolts.
Was fairly confident in this matchup. He has a lot of hard trick room, but the thing was, our copycat Liepard, and so like he sets up trick room. I can always just copycat that the next turn to reset it.
Yeah.
So, I mean that never ended up happening. And Celesteela did work, I thought. Really didn't. The thing was, it was funny because I ran Wakanberry on Celesteela because I was expecting like Electivire or Thunder Punch Marowak, because I didn't actually expect him to bring Fire Punch Marowak because I figured he might want to set up Rain with Dreadnought. So I was like, oh, if he knows he's setting up Rain, he probably won't bring Fire Punch, so I'll go Wakanberry. Then he ended up having Fire Punch, and I was like, oh snap, and I was a little worried about it. But I did make Celesteela pretty bulky, so.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was one play that you were gonna make, but you didn't. But I thought it was genius.
Follow me.
Copycat and the follow me. Yeah.
I was just worried about if he protects and then I Steel Spike into a protect, and then he can just like max flare Celesteela.
Yeah, it made sense what you did.
And win. But like I know I was thinking about that. I was like, ooh, I really wanted to make that play.
There's no need to take the risk when you could do what you did do.
Yeah, you made the safer play, but if you don't pulled off that other play, that would have been great.
That would have been a highlight moment for sure. So you just conned yourself out of a highlight in your own video.
I know. So sad.
But
there was one. I was so surprised. I had Life Orb, Strong Jaw, Boltund with Crunch.
Oh yeah, and then the Meowstic didn't die. That was hilarious. That must have been super bulky.
Oh, I think it must have been, because I'm pretty sure like when I ran the calc, it was like he was guaranteed to do like 96% or something. So he must.
And
have
he done fake out.
Yeah, done fake out, right? So he must have had some HP.
Was that on no bulk? That calc on a no bulk Meowstic?
I think it might have been no bulks. Yeah.
It could have been like max.
Like 4 defense or HP or something like that. But yeah, I assumed it would be no bulk, but then again, like my Liepard outsped his Meowstic, so knowing that, he could have just in bulk.
What I liked about the match was you had opportunities where you could have just gone for the KOs, gone for the super effective hits, but you took your time, made sure you could live with the steel spikes, and it meant that Marowak wasn't doing as much damage to you. I thought that was a smarter play.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much like overgrowth would do, especially because I ran bulkier Celesteela, and yeah, I was afraid of like switching out sometimes too, and so like there was definitely times I could have killed with like Leafeon or Celesteela and switched out, but yeah, I do think it was safer overall. Help get the win.
Like when you went for the Still Spike and then you went for the Flare in the Sun, you're like, oh, I don't know if I live this, and you lived on like 45. Pretty easy live.
Yeah. But I don't know. In my head, like I said, in my head I was always thinking that weather doubled the moves instead of 1.5 bonus. I was like, oh wait, I was like 1.5 isn't that much.
The unbeaten streak continues.
Yeah.
That win certified you playoffs. Pretty sure.
Yes, I was thinking about that.
Guaranteed
yeah,
top 2 placing.
Nice. Well done.
Congrats. First team to make it.
So,
We'll see it more this week, I guess.
on to the next one. Siegers versus Toad Frogs. And the Siegers picked up the win. It's coming. It's coming.
We're still waiting for Kudela's.
Yeah, let's just think of them.
Right, so looking at the kills here, it looked like game 1 was pretty close. It was a 1-0 win.
I think they were both both close, weren't they? No, they weren't. Oops.
Yeah, game 2 not so close.
It's a hard team though to face. Them Siegers.
Yeah, it is. Me and you have both lost to this team.
Yeah.
It's just Moltres though. Like we sit there and think, oh, they got a lot to prepare for, and he just brings Moltres every week.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, when you got Moltres Comfy and just a bit of support, what else? I remember facing it. I just swept through his Darmanitan, his Silvally, everything else. It was just with Moltres. Anyway, talk about this game.
I mean, it looks like he had the matchup here. Like Moltres versus Latios and Rillaboom isn't going to end all that well. Even with like Unburden Slurpuff, what's he hitting Moltres with?
To get Thunderbolt?
Well, you'd go for the Fairy Star, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. Never mind.
But is it a mixed attacker, Slurpuff?
I think so.
I think so. 80-80?
Actually, yeah.
I mean, I would go physical if I was him to try and hit Moltres, but didn't look as though it did anything. Didn't get a kill, and game 2 was even worse. Milotic. I guess you probably went Milotic competitive, take a max darkness, get a competitive boost, but that didn't look like it worked out either.
Well, the problem with just going straight for Moltres too is that then Comfy can just heal it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't have. I mean, I know Crook gets Steel Spike, like Iron Tail, so like maybe he went with that. I don't know.
But he's been bringing Babry Berry Comfy. And Comfy's almost guaranteed to live no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And then he can just ally switch.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure will have taken effect in that game too. And that's why the
cool
kill
move,
counts a lot.
So yeah, the Siegers carry on doing what they were doing, and
5-1 now.
5-1, and it's still actually shocked that their one loss was to the Silvallies.
Helps me out in my division though.
Siegers in your division.
Yeah, we're both tied at the moment.
Interesting. Hopefully it doesn't come down to like head-to-head stuff.
The Silvallies is the only other team to have taken... Not Silvallies. Yeah, it was Silvallies.
Yeah.
I think Silvallies is the only team to have taken a set off me that I didn't win. I won.
Alright.
So yeah, they've done well. They're just not getting the wins.
Inconsistent, yeah. So the next one is Star Raptors versus Talonflames, Battle of the Birds. And MTB and the Star Raptors pick up the win 2-1. Not a clean win. I haven't watched this one yet. Has he posted?
Yeah, I've only watched his prep because obviously I'm facing him next week, so
Doing your homework.
this week.
What can you tell us about it then, Goomer?
Well, honestly, like when I was watching the first game, just the way it was progressing, it kind of felt like MTB was in a better position. Then I think
Swampert.
I can't remember if Yeah, I can't remember if it was a late game Dynamax. I think it might have been a late game Dynamax with Swampert, and he just kind of cleaned up. I think MTB might have maxed his Finny first this game, and then the other two games he hated the Dynamax, I think. But it was actually really funny too, and I forget which game it was, but there was a game when literally they were like, there was like 6 crits. Like it was just like it was insane. Maybe that was just the whole match, but there was a lot of crits in this matchup, and I don't know why. It was really, really weird. Unless one of them was like running a crit item, but yeah, it was pretty funny.
I got a question. Like game 3, why would you bring Regidrago versus
I was
Tapu Fini
literally looking at
Grimmsnarl?
that.
So he had screens Regidrago, but obviously then like got the screens up, but then by that time like he'd already been hit like half his health, and Dragon Energy was just doing nothing.
He brought Dragon Energy and screens. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting.
Has Joe posted or just MTB?
I think TB is a little bit stallier of a team. Like he had leftovers Combine Finny, so like I don't know that screens was necessarily the right move. I think he would have had to just blow it up before he got set up, because that's what he did. Is he set up a Finny, Combine and stuff. And then he has Luxray with like Snarl and Intimidate, and I think he might have had Screen Scrim Snarl. So he was just like playing super, super, super defensive, and then he could just max in the end and clean up when wasn't taking like any damage.
Was the Mudsdale own tempo a stamina? Do you know?
I think about this.
Just wondering if with the Grimmsnarl he was doing swag attack.
With the actually I can't remember. I can't remember if it was, because obviously you could have Misty Train and then just you could have Misty Train and Swagger without.
Yeah. That's really good. Yeah.
Can you swagger yourself in Misty Terrain?
Yeah. So
I mean,
does Misty Terrain affect confusion?
yes, it prevents it.
All right.
yeah. So you still get the attack boost.
Oh, cool. I seen in a just a VGC video I was watching the other day. Finny with telepathy and discharge Zapdos. He hasn't done that yet, has he?
Discharge Raichu. I don't think he has. But maybe he's saving that.
Yeah, for me next week.
All right, I'll stop giving any ideas.
My poor fish.
All right, so this is the last fixture of the week. Sylvales versus Luxrays. And White Rabbit picking up his 3rd win of the season. Definitely putting his name forward for most improved player. I mean, obviously it's quite hard to say that when we've got so many new players, but after going winless last season, getting 3 already, good on him. That's odd, the replays here. I've never seen that before. It was played on Showdown.
Yeah, it must have been technical difficulties or something on somebody's end.
Because this got delayed big time as well, I think. This was only played just before your game, wasn't it, Matrix?
Yeah.
So, looking at the kills, somehow only 3 kills, I guess, like self-life orb damage or something, or recoil.
Cinderace did a high jump kick miss.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember now.
Then game 2.
Bronzong. What?
I remember.
2 kills from Bronzong.
I can't remember what happened the second game for some reason.
Did he bring Steel Roller? For Rillaboom's terrain?
Maybe, but Steel Roller doesn't even hit that hard. Oh, I think he had Body Press. Body Press.
Yeah,
whenever
that's
it says Body
something
Press,
like
it's
Body
anything
Press.
else.
Yeah, into Incineroar Kangaskhan, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Nice little 2-0 win for White Rabbit.
It was cool.
Not a lot else we can really say about it, is there?
No. Did you watch? So you didn't watch the replays?
I didn't know.
There was some. I think he made some good plays. I mean, I think he maxed Thundurus in 1, and then the second game he led Thundurus instead of maxing, he used Fly, and I think
Dodge an attack.
He maxed it into that slot or something like that. So it was like
Nice.
he hit some good mix-ups and plays.
I think sort of like he's not G-Max Lapras, but he's getting some good mileage out of his Lapras.
Yeah, Lapras is still good.
And he didn't bring Spectra, which like you'd probably heavily prepare for. But anyway, that is the last of the fixtures. We'll have a look at the PR now. I kind of like slapped this together not long before we started recording. But I just made sure everyone who won moved up and everyone who lost moved down. So here we are down at the bottom.
Got the shiny new logos up there as well.
Yeah, I got a couple of the new ones on. The Kingdra still don't have one. So the Warriors logo is still there.
For Warriors Spirit.
Number 24, our now only winless team is the Pukus. Not much else to say. A lot of teams here with 1 win. The Breaking Zolts, the P-Dubs. I think the Somalis might have 2 wins actually. But they had to go down after losing last week. Same with the Toad Frogs, they're down pretty bad at the minute. I beat the Fishes to knock them down. The Melmetals going up a few just because they won their first game. Joe and the Talonflame. Yeah, season high. Joe and the Talonflames at number 17. The Kingdras, at 16. Lucien at 15. I don't know where Lucien's gone. He obviously got something on. But he's showing a new logo right there. And back to winning ways. So he's up from last week. The Luxray's up after winning. Ted and his Volcsnions down after losing to the Melmetals. That was a big shock, to be honest.
It was.
But thank God it happened. Manitans down after losing. The Scraggy's down after losing. Me back into the top 10 after winning. Star Raptors up to 9. Saki and the T-Tars up to 8. Womble up to 7. Like, he thought he wasn't doing well this season at all.
I think after week 2, he was like down in the 20s somewhere.
Yeah.
The Ninja Squirrel's at an all-time low after dropping to 6th. Slaybro's up to 5. The Cardiff Kamala up to 4 again after losing last week but then winning this week. They're back up to 4. Yourself back up to number 3, Matrix. Okay, nothing to say about that.
sorry. I didn't have a mic on. Yeah, no, back at the 3rd. Hopefully sometime we'll get higher.
But I mean, yeah, you and Seizures are on the same record, so there's not really much separating you. And then
Except he beat me.
the immovable object, the Boltunds, up at number 1 still.
Yeah.
2 games left. Can you go unbeaten?
We'll see.
Who
Will be nice.
I know who you got last week. Who have you got this week?
So this week I've got the Luxrays, and the last week I've got Casey and the Ninja Squirtles. So it'll be interesting because the Kamala's like only 1 game behind me. Although I guess I do have head to head on them. So I guess if I win this week, I guess I would secure number 1 spot for me, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Even if he wins out his last 2.
Does differential go like if I won 2-1?
Womble's still deciding on what to do with it.
Yeah. I guess I'm not totally sure. I guess to be safe, I'll just win out. That would be the easy way.
Pretty sure you're quite far ahead on the KD and the set record anyway.
But I mean, if you lost 2, the unthinkable, and he wins out.
1-2.
And he wins the next 2, he'd win out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would not be good.
I mean, the Luxrays are kind of unpredictable, so I'd say you've got a good chance. We'll go. Let's look at the fixtures as they are then. Let's go back. I only just put my predictions up on the predictions channel today. All right. So the first one is my match versus. Whoa, where's it gone?
Oh, you can't. I don't know if you can click on the matchup. Can you?
No, not from there. But I didn't click anything. It just.
It's a live draft.
Did I? Oh yeah. Weird. Let's click schedule and then scroll down again. So I'll just talk about it quickly. This is a tough game. I think this is like probably my biggest game in regards to my chances of making playoffs this season.
You play Otto, don't you?
No, I played the Ninja Squirrels.
Oh, KC.
Yeah. Let's get on to week 6.
And you're both. That's so crazy because you're both 4 and 2.
Yep.
Then there's 2, 3, and 3 teams behind you. So like,
It's a big match for your division.
because one of you has to be on top here.
Yeah, like whoever wins here will be top of the division.
Not potentially guaranteed playoffs. Oh no, not necessarily.
Not necessarily guaranteed, no, but I think a good chance of whoever wins this week. Yeah, that's tough. Like they've been pretty much on top of our division since the beginning, until losing last week against Lucien. They got threats. I've spoken to you, Gamer, about some of my plans.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they have a solid core. But actually, it is guaranteed playoffs because Ted and the Kingdras play. So
Yeah,
one of
I
them
was gonna
has
say.
to.
only one of them can win, right? Yeah.
So you'll have the head-to-head matchup.
But Ted's got the head-to-head versus me because I lost to him, which really bothers me.
So by transitive property, you've lost to the Melmetals too.
Yeah. Yep. But I think I've beaten people that Ted's lost to, though. Have I? Actually, no. I will this week, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, he's got the Guzzlord, he's got the Kartana, he's got the Zard, he's got the Articuno, he's got a lot of threats, but yeah, I'll just have to see how it goes. I don't want to talk too much about my plans, but I don't see this match going the way anyone expects. Anyone, even myself.
To be honest, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, at all.
Oh, you're back. I think it's cooler to listen to like you guys talk about the matchup to see what you think.
Get the matchup up.
Maybe I can do that. If someone's got the fixture list, I can bring up the matchup.
Yeah, I've got the fixture list.
It depends how slow my laptop wants to be. So, Ice Cues, Ninja Scrolls. Come on, man. Why is this taking so long?
Well,
Okay,
I know
here we
your
go.
team.
Here we go. That's the teams there.
This could definitely go either way. But
That's not what I want to hear, Lucien.
no.
I think it's like it's just lead dependent.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, but for me personally, I feel like you have the redirection, so that may play a big part potentially if you bring it. And you can go trick room. Oh man, this is even. But me, I put it. I know in my predictions, I put it like you got the win. Because yeah, I think you overall have it.
Well, thank you. Unless anyone's got anything else to say about it, I'll move on to the next fixture. Okay. Who's got the fixture list?
I do.
What's the next one?
The Middle Village Pidovs, and they're playing Pewku.
Alright, so the Pukus. Are they going to get their first win of the season here? I feel like this is maybe their best chance.
I still don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Shall I move swiftly on?
Yeah, I don't know that there's going to be any insight into the match.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be causing an upset at this point. To be honest, no disrespect.
If I were the Pidovs, I would bet my money on him bringing Charger Bug. So
Yeah.
Yes. I wish he could do something with that Walrein.
Yeah, he hasn't even brought the Walrein.
Walrein, I really wanted to use in a draft match once, and I really want to see it get some action.
Well, he's got 2 matches to impress you. But we're all going. We're all going for P-Dubs then.
I'm going to Tapu Koko. Walrein does quite well.
Actually.
Lantern.
If you're listening, Yokus. Bring
Right.
forward.
What's the next fixture?
Next fixture is Ted versus the Kingdras.
Oh, this is another big one for my division.
Wait, did you play the Kingdras yet?
Yeah, I beat the Kingdras last week. Yeah, last week, not this week.
So you would prefer the Kingdras to win?
I would prefer the Kingdras to win. I think, yeah, because they would keep Ted off my tail. Because if in the event Ted beats me on head to head,
Could edge out the number 1 spot. Yeah.
I think the Kingdras could win here if they bring the right tech.
I think they've
Especially-
definitely got the tools to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really want to edge it in any direction.
I mean, if I had to pick between these two teams, I feel like I would pick the Kingdras team.
Yeah.
Like, play as
Yeah, I'm
their
going
team,
with the Kingdras too.
I mean, the question you gotta ask is how do they beat Licky Licky? Because that's what he's bringing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very true. I never asked that question, but that is the question to ask.
I mean, Escav, Dragapult, K9.
Yeah, I reckon that's got to come.
Yeah, he's got.
Those 4 mons alone.
I mean, Jellicent, Licky Licky gets Power Whip.
Yeah, but Jelly can use Will-O-Wisp if it's got the
Strength up.
Grassberry and Strength Sap, so... He's
So-
also got Fake Outs.
I'm going with the Kingdras.
Yeah. Same.
I should probably check the predictions thing to see what I actually voted, but I think I voted.
I think I also actually went for Ted at the time, but I wasn't really thinking about the divisional consequences.
7 predictions. I voted for you. I voted for Pidovs. Oh no, I voted Kingdras. Yeah, you voted.
Alright, I'm gonna rescind that in a minute.
I don't remember why. Oh no, I voted Kingdras.
Alright, what's the next fixture?
It is the Sylvallies versus the Zolts.
I mean, this is quite on paper, down at the bottom of the PR. Game breaking salts.
They're the bottom of my division. Both on one win each.
There's actually quite a few teams on 1 win, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think technically, yeah, 1 win. I think you're out of playoffs, but with 2 wins, you still have a shot. I think.
2 wins going into this week, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you could, because I can't see a team 3 and 5 making playoffs. So
Yeah, I think you might be right there. Especially
Yeah, I don't think so.
at least in my division, I think these two are out of it.
So, here's the matchup. We got the G-Max Dreadnought versus the G-Max Cinderace. Which I ain't never seen a G-Max Cinderace do such little work in any league.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think Cinderace is good in this
Format.
Meta. Yeah, format at all.
I think it's okay. But the other thing I think that could be, like, I feel like I could see a scenario where he, like, expects them to prep for Cinderace, so then he uses other things.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Not like a little bit of reverse psychology going on, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, looking at some of the matchups here, like obviously Dreadnought's massively threatened by Rillaboom.
So's Marowak.
Yeah, and he's been bringing Marowak a lot.
Iron Ball Rillaboom takes care of Marowak.
Yeah. I mean,
Not to give ideas.
Palossand looks like it does well. If you ignore the Dreadnought, since Dreadnought's threatened so by the way Rillaboom, Palossand's got quite a nice matchup. Like Ghost into Harry, ground. Into the Meowstic, Ghost. Be interesting to see what happens there. None of us are going to get to see it, so.
It's true.
Unless they go showdown.
It's true.
That might happen again, yeah. I'm actually going to go to Silvally this week.
Yeah, that's where I put my vote on.
That's what I put mine as too.
Yeah, I did too.
Alright, what's the next one?
It's me versus the Star Raptors. MTB.
Quite a big game.
Big match for our division.
Who's these Strawman Star Raptors?
I'll let you guys talk about it.
Yeah. Waiting for the matchup to pop up. Trying to remember what you guys have got. I know your team. He's got the Finny, the Zapdos, the Luxray, the Mudsdale, Grimmsnarl. Here it is. Has he always had Registeel?
Think so.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I mean, when he's looking at your team, he's got to look at Metagross and the Arctivish and think, what do I bring?
I mean, this is a really interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Status is pretty much like off the table with Finny being involved.
Yeah, that's super annoying.
He definitely has to worry about that Mudsdale.
Obviously, Mudsdale matches up well versus Metagross, but then not versus Arctivish.
Or Vanillix.
Or Vanillix, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they both have Intimidate, although Dolores has Togepi for redirection. But, yeah, it's
I think this is pretty tough to try and pin, but I'm gonna go with you, Matrix.
Same.
I am actually going with the Star Raptors.
Interesting.
You think that's because you're threatened?
What I find about MTB, like the way he talks in chat, is like with such confidence that I kind of like believe that his strats are amazing.
Yeah.
But I guess.
To be fair, sorry, not to thingy. I'll just go. To be fair, my initial thoughts on this draft is that I know his strats are quite unorthodox, and I'm a little bit worried as to what he'll bring because it's quite unpredictable. But I feel like my team has the better matchup overall. I will say, and I don't mind saying it here, I am keeping an eye on that Drifloon and birding with Tapu Fini.
Right, yeah, of course.
Because it can't be faked out, and it moves faster than everything on my team to set that Tailwind. And then speed Mons outspeed me.
Yeah, interesting. Like, obviously, you don't want to say too much about it, so we'll just leave it at that.
All part of the psychology.
What's the next fixture?
It is
versus Slowbro.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, who versus Slowbros?
Celesteelers. Womble.
Yeah. All right. I think I put Womble down to win this in the predictions, but let's have a closer look at the matchup. Just because Womble's on a roll right now.
Yeah, he is.
Is
Who did he lose his first 2 games to?
Saki and
Saki.
was it Fish? Was it the Hacks?
Oh, yeah, that Fisher's
Oh,
Hacks,
yeah,
yeah.
it was.
Alright then, so we got G-Max Inteleon versus G-Max Venusaur. The obvious Sun mode, which obviously does very well.
Yeah, I put Slowbros. I feel like, okay, it's also because I wanted to have this, but I feel like Slowbros are gonna, like, 2-0.
Wow.
I feel like this is gonna be, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I know definitely, going into that game, I knew I was gonna lose. Or at least I had a strong feeling, because that grass share is kind of a big deal. But I don't know. I feel like he has answers for it. You know.
I mean, other than Torkoal,
Does for sure.
I guess you got Weatherball and Zapdos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
Sableye be big this
Viperia.
week.
Sure.
Because you can just quash anything faster than you. You can taunt any of the annoying things.
Celesteels also has Lickitung, so.
Well,
I've
actually,
seen-
he's definitely bringing that. There's no way. He wants to cancel weather.
I've seen some of Womble's prep for this match already.
Alright, well, don't reveal anything.
No, of course not. I think it's going to be I'm interested to see what the result will be.
Yeah.
But in your
I also
opinion,
personally-
I want to back Womble, but I do think the Slowbros will win it.
interesting.
I think the Slowbros are kind of like the was it the Seadras or whoever has the Barizian and Sneasel and stuff. Like I think they're like that team where they have like a ton of different like sort of obvious but strong modes to go, and it's like
sure.
at the same time it's like it's
You
kind of
don't know
hard to
which
prep
one.
for all of them, and it is
Yeah.
is like your lead dependent like your game sometimes too.
Yeah. I also kind of. I feel like I need this. Actually, either one will put me in a better position to probably get a wild card. But I feel like I'll be in a better position if the Slowbros take it.
How many have the Sabres lost?
2.
They're both
and
on
they're
2
all-
losses.
So there's 3 people at 4 and 2, and so Lucian's at 3 and 3. So one of them losing, like Lucian can tie him up. So I guess have you beat
Yeah.
either of them, Lucian?
I beat the Slowbros. Womble, I
so
lost.
You want the Slowbros to win.
Sorta, kinda, yeah. Cause I'd have
The head-to-head on him.
yeah.
Interesting.
I
Alright.
wonder if he wants the head-to-head rather on the wild card. If he wants to go for that. He'll
Yeah, I
only be
suppose.
tied with them. Like, if like assuming Saki won, would have potentially Saki would be 5 and 2, but and so would someone else. But then you'd have 2 people at 4 and 2 in that division. 4 and 3.
No, but
It's very tight.
yeah. What I need to happen is the Slowbros to win this game and then lose. I think they have they got Warlords next game, right? Or is it
Yeah.
Roma? Okay, Warlords, yeah. So I need them to win this one and then lose the next one.
Yeah, same.
Alright,
You know?
so who's gone Sabres?
Me.
I have.
As well.
I'm gonna stick with Womble, I think.
It's not who I want to win, it's who I think will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next one?
Rebellion versus Melmetal.
This match has already been played, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was it? Sorry, versus Malmetals?
Rebellion versus Melmetal.
Oh, right. So yeah, I already knew the result with this one.
Yep.
You know the result. you go to Twitch or Lucian posted?
No,
No, yes.
there's been some conversing.
Yeah.
I mean, irrelevant to the result, I think Melmetal's record, I would have gone with you anyway.
Yeah, I think Lucian just has a stronger team in general too. The rain mode isn't super strong, and
The Pikachu's right there.
on the Melmels, yeah, and I mean, this one's to get rid of the Gigas ability as well. So yeah,
Pretty sure I voted for Rebellion.
Yeah, same. So it's pretty hard to talk about it when it's already happened. So we'll wait till next week, I guess. But we're all saying Rebellion wins.
The next one is the Tyranitar car sauces versus fishes. Fusion fishes.
Fusion Fishes. Alright, so I just played the Fusion Fishes, and versus Saki's team, he's got the Ace, the Blastoise, the Naga, versus what's like Zard, Excadrill, Dracozolt. You prep with Saki, didn't you, Goomer?
I usually do, but I actually haven't talked to him about this game yet. So I guess I'll just be a fresh look. Let's see. I don't know when they're playing either.
Ooh,
Okay,
it's the Blastoise versus Charizard.
Yeah. Max face off.
I mean, Zolt's there for Blastoise, but there's also Naga.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't have Intimidate, does he?
No.
I mean, they both have weather modes, but yeah, I think
Sources are stronger.
yeah, Sauce is for sure stronger.
Got Sand, and he can set Sun if he wants.
True. Yeah, I mean, be tough.
Plus, that Sand Slash is weak to Zard,
Very.
Yeah.
so I don't see Fishes even
I
trying.
think I like Nougat Boy likes his Tangela. I know that much. But also he gets blown back by Zard. But it can. I guess he can lead Fake Out. He's got multiple Fake Out options.
Kudela doesn't do too bad.
I feel like on paper it favors Sauces, but like I think if Vicious positioned himself well, he could well. Or if he came up with tricks or something like that. I don't know.
Has anyone got any Pokemon they haven't brought yet?
Yes, I have.
Me.
What you mean on this in these?
Not just in these, in general.
Yeah, I've never brought Tyrogue.
I'm not surprised.
I have plans for him. I may use him in playoffs, so who knows? I've never brought him.
Yeah, Ninja or Garbodor. I was actually supposed to bring it during my match against the Sauces, but I think I didn't have Ninja when I thought I did. And I was like, oh man, I gotta replace it.
I don't know if they brought Claydol. Have they brought Claydol?
Yeah, they brought Claydol the week before they played me, and I know that much.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been
I think
brought. It's Focus Sash Claydol.
Cobalion.
Has Wailord come out yet for Saki?
Yeah, it did.
Yes, it has. He's back.
You would know.
Twice.
Yes.
I mean, so I think we're saying Saki, are we?
Yeah.
Vote Saki,
Yeah, but yeah.
I mean, it's like I
don't
was.
mind if he took the L, though.
Yeah, I could do you a favor. I mean, I think Nougat's got the tools. I think
Yeah.
it can be done. But we're all going with Saki. Next one. How many we got left?
I should be three.
It's the Toad Frogs versus Kamalas.
Yeah, three more.
This is a long ass recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try and blitz through these last few. I mean, looking at the records, I think Kamala's have the stronger. I mean, it's hard to say actually. Obviously, with Kel only just taking over the team, he's technically 1-on-1. But the team itself, I think, is stronger.
My fellow Welshman.
I need to try and get him on here 1 week.
Both of us. Take Welsh takeover.
Alright, so it's Gmax Riboom versus Gmax Lapras, which is interesting.
Also,
Gmax Rillaboom can actually take care of Gmax Lapras really easily.
Yeah.
Badly.
Especially if he hasn't got any terrain control, or which I don't think. Might be able to get Tornadus to speed. Make
He
that
could be
speed.
Drampo. Drampo. No, that's weather.
Slap Zipper.
No, I was gonna say
Huh?
Cloud9.
Wouldn't put it past.
But see, no. Drampo doesn't go faster.
Does it not?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Attack, so.
Wasted on its attack stat, but
Fusion's got a new favorite dragon.
it's my favorite dragon.
Well, actually, looking at the matchup here,
I
like,
actually tried it.
I've used Trampling too. It's great. Love it. But no, this matchup, I do think the Cardiff Commanders will probably edge it out. To be honest, that's my opinion.
I mean, I say it every week, but they can get that veil up, and it makes the game a whole lot easier.
I think they have better supports, is the thing.
Tornadus and TGD.
Yeah, I think that Tornadus will be vital in this match.
I went with the Toad Frogs on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Kamalas.
Yeah, that's who I voted for.
So,
Same. So 3-1 on that vote. What's the next one?
the Luxrays versus you. Goomer.
Bashers.
What are the luxuries?
Luxray's definitely got this one. 100%. No chance.
Alright.
I missed that.
How confident are you, Gamer?
I feel like I'm like decently confident for each match as I go in. I don't know. Each one, like, I don't want to underestimate anybody. So
Yeah.
I try to prep for worst case scenarios, and I don't want to. I don't want to ever just like under prep and then just get like totally thrown off guard. So
Oh,
yeah, I am always
Luxray's picked up my
terrified.
bad.
Oh, I forgot you had Moltres in Regice.
I haven't brought them that much. That's why.
That Regice with Tyroke. But my initial thing is I'm just gonna put out there I think Bashers is gonna win.
Yeah, so do I.
I just don't see them. Yeah. Based on record.
I mean, you got to watch out for those burns from Sacred Fire. You always got to watch out for Spectre. Weezing, turning off abilities.
Yeah, Reason could be a good bring, but
Turning off Lightbird's pranks there.
Boltund's strong draw.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that means
Boltund
it even
doesn't-
less damage to a Meowth stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he has much for
Moves.
Celesteela.
It's got
Entei.
Entei.
Thunderous.
Other than Entei.
Thunderous.
Entei and Thunderous threaten Celesteela quite well, I think.
Impressed. I've used Thunderous Theory on ladder, and oh my gosh, it's disgusting.
Strong.
Yeah, Helping Hand Life Orb Oko's a Dynamax Moltres.
Oof.
Okay, so
It's wrong.
I think we're all saying Bashers though, right?
Yeah.
And this is the last fixture, yeah?
Scraggies and Talonflames.
Scraggies and Talonflames.
Sorry. I think the Scraggy's going to bounce back this week.
I think same.
Has done that before.
They're good at that.
God, this video would have been so much shorter if my laptop wasn't a piece of shit.
I felt the pain.
Surprised mine's still going.
No, but honestly, like, I gotta go with the Talonflames.
Really?
Like, yeah, because I feel like he does have a good team. Like, I really do feel like it's a good team. Also, I need it puts me in a better position if they win.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's voting for his wishes. It's funny you got Whimsicott Cotney.
Yeah.
I love the evolution matchups.
Yeah, they're funny. So yeah, I guess he's got Tim's very type. Drago.
Talonflames don't have the instant speed options that Scraggies do. Whether that's Tailwind or whether that's Weather.
But they can be easily dealt with. It's like if you got the right tech. I'm just trying to think, has he got the right tech to do so?
I think that's another. When you were asking about Pokemon that have never been brought, I don't think Joe's brought Stonejourner or maybe even Hitmonchan.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Has Horner ever came?
Yes. I think
Haunter and Gurtbilbo ever came. No.
I think Haunter's come to a matchup, but not gone to a match.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Scraggies.
Same.
I think Joe got this.
All right. Lucian's going for Joe. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it.
3-1.
3-1. So that is the last of the fixtures for next week. Week 7, obviously massive playoff implications starting to roll out now.
This is
Make or break for a lot of teams.
yeah. They'll determine what games next week matter. So I feel like this one's potentially even more impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Next week could just be like swapping of positions on who's first or second, but like playoffs might be determined.
So good luck to everyone this week. And speak to you next week.
All right, for sure.
All right. See you later.
See you later.